Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is and how to use the design guidelines. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, when we talk about design guidelines, we are basically talking about a design tool. It got the following characteristic. It is a tool that is used to create forms with geometric harmony in the visual design process. Logo reticles are often called construction guides depending the way the grid's lines or guide are used. A grid is a two-dimensional structure generally composed of lines vertical and horizontal distributed throughout the area of work, forming guides for the distribution of the elements to be used in a visual development. The design grid or construction guides are indispensable element in graphic design and definition of graphic line. So when we talk about design guidelines, we are basically talking about the lines that you use for designs. There are also called grids or reticles. So it's really up to you, whatever name fits you better, it's okay. So the first thing that we do before I start explaining, if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel. If you like what we do, please like our video and turn on the bell. So the first thing that you do when you are going to start using the design guidelines is define the concept. When you are going to do any kind of development, you have to define the concept and of course define the graphic elements that you are going to use. So that is very important. Then you choose the style of design that you want to make. Minimalistic, flat design, whatever you like. So you have to fix, so you define the style. Then it's very important that you watch reference, extremely important, otherwise it will be very hard to be inspired to create something. And with that, you define the graphic line. There are two possible scenarios. The first one is that you are already working with a brand book, so you will find those elements. However, if you don't have a brand book for the development that you are making, you will have to define those components. So it's extremely important to choose color, typographies, and lines. So two typographies and of course the palette of color, it has to be consistent with the whole development and the lines that you're going to use to the whole composition. Then you start sketching. Sketching is very important because it will allow you to create different alternatives. So you can sketch analog, it means with paper and pencil, or it can be digital, so you can vectorize any kind of the ideas that you have. I recommend that at least you create 10 alternatives. That is very important. And the process that you use with the grids, guidelines, or reticles are the following. The first is that you start distributing all the different components depending of what do you want to create. Then you start making the construction and creating all the different alternatives. And of course, you will have the final art. However, it's very important to understand that a sketch in this way need a lot of visual culture. For you, it will be very hard if it's the first time that you're doing and you don't know how to make it. Many people always develop final art and they do not sketch. I do not recommend to do that because it's like if you put your pants and over your pants you put your underwear. You have to sketch first. You're the reticles, you're the guidelines, and of course make the construction of the sketch and then you will have the final art. There are different ways that you can create this. For example, for this example, um, we develop our guidelines, we saw the different distance, the different proportion, and how can we put it all together. This one is an extremely famous logo, and of course it will need a lot of visual culture to create and understand the development that we are making. Of course, people always watch the final art. However, to get here, you will have to have first a sketch with reticle and guidelines, then construction, and of course, finally, the art. Okay? As a conclusion, we can say that composition of reticles allow to provide and demonstrate why it is done and how it's done. Basically, answer the need of a development, and of course, this is not intuition. You will have to have a lot of visual culture to develop this. The reticle is not made of an intuitive way, and of course respond to a morphological construction of a visual development. This variable is essential in the creation and construction of any editorial development of any brand kind of creation. Thank you so much. I hope this video was a big help in your education. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media. Remember that every Monday we have a new video in Spanish. Every Thursday we have a new video in English. Our Udemy courses are already available. In the description of this video you can find the link. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.